What up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the wrestling news on September 23rd, 2024 for you all today. And yes, sir and ma'am, I'm still wearing my Chiefs shirt because the celebration of the Chiefs' latest win on last night's Sunday Night Football is not ending anytime soon, even on the wrestling videos. And I'm to wear this for another day, along with my red accessories that's on my face and on my back. And we're going to be talking about the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories and rumors that you assassinators need to know from the Wrestle Zone article. Make sure to watch until the very end. Starting off with Miro requesting his release from AEW. Miro wants to leave All Elite Wrestling. The Redeemer has requested his release back. Because it's released from AEW, according to a new report, Fightful Select. Miro has not wrestled for AEW in all of 2024. The last match in the company was a win over Andrade El Idolo at AEW World's End in December 2023. World's End also served as the final appearance of both Andrade and CJ Perry, along with Miro being on screen. Which now is his ex-wife, CJ Perry, I should say. And Miro was dealing with injuries last year. However, sources claim that he has been healthy for quite some time. According to the report, Miro pitched working with Jon Moxley earlier this year. AEW also gave some consideration to using him in the Casino Gauntlet match at All In a month ago. Miro signed a 2-year deal with AEW. He joined the company in September 2020 and later signed a 4-year extension near the time his original deal was said to expire in spring of 2022. Despite the new contract, Miro has only wrestled 11 matches since then. He is reportedly earning into the 7-figure range. And the contract is set to run until spring of 2026. Miro and AEW have not publicly addressed the request at press time. And where has Miro been? Get the questions that's on everybody's mind. And Khan said the originally hoped to have Miro in the Meat Madness match, but he was unavailable. The match was scrapped, and Miro replied to a recap of Tony Khan's comments, sharing that he'd been injured, and was sorry Khan wasn't aware of it. The former TNT champion later spoke with Bill Apter of Sportskeeda and shared what he'd been dealing with over the last several months. But what are your thoughts on what's going to be the outcome onto this situation? And do you think that Miro's finally going to get his request granted of a release? He's going to leave and perhaps move on to another company, perhaps a return to WWE. Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But let's hope it works on anybody's favor either way. What both Miro and the company want. So let's hope they can come up with some kind of an agreement to move on, on to the next page. But yeah. I'm wishing for the very best. And speaking of the next page, moving on, we got some ICP's Violent J news now, as he says he wants to earn more notoriety, respect in pro wrestling with JCW, Lunacy, yeah, that's what it's called, Lunacy. Violent J wants the pro wrestling world to see what JCW has to offer. Insane clown pose the uh, pauses Violent J. I recently spoke with WrestleZone's managing editor Bill Pritchard, while promoting his new pro wrestling series JCW Lunacy. Joe Gallo Joe Gallo Championship Wrestling was established by ICP in 1999, and Lunacy is the next step in bringing JCW's brand of wrestling to a bigger stage. Violent J says the goal is simple. They want to entertain fans, but they also want to earn respect for what they bring to pro wrestling. He he stated, just the just was it just in the beginning. Come on, let's see. My apologies for the delay, but anyways, just in the beginning, our goal is to receive respect and entertain wrestling fans, not just jungleos, Violent J. I mean, not just the jungleos. The word jungalo is just a term that some people choose to call themselves, and and it's no different like that. If we were to call our sugar honey iced tea Generation X wrestling, or rebellion wrestling, or deep south wrestling, or anything, it's the type of person that choose that chooses to call themselves that. But it's it's definitely not just for jungle jungleos. It's for wrestling fans first and foremost. Yeah, and he also, and then yeah, Violent J that he wished they had a little more notoriety in wrestling, with him noting that how JCW often attracts large crowds at its events, but receives a fraction of the attention that offer. I mean, that other companies would get, despite getting despite being around as long as they have. Violent J feels slighted by the lack of coverage. JCW gets 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 heat pointed to drawing a house of 4,500 people in Milwaukee, roughly the same sized crowd as in WCW, in the same great world champions guys. And then the topic about I see the reign of terror tour, and then Lunacy's first run of shows consists of eight of 8 45-minute episodes of YouTube. Like the plan is to host weekly live streams and continue to make JCW part of ICP concerts. Like ICP also like has a 9 Train of Terror tour planned for October, giving fans more opportunities to see JCW live. And he added, each one of those shows of being live streamed, the whole card, like right up like until October 30th. Like we have a pay-per-view coming from Detroit, and I'm from Detroit, called Devil's Night. We've got some really big names on that pay per view. We're hoping that the live streams leading up to it will help the pay per view do good and get people involved in the storylines and everything uh, and everything. And if you watch the Lunacy episodes, they'll all be out by then, and then you're going to watch the live streams every day. If you're interested in it, like the live streams will keep you going up until the pay-per-view. Then after that, we'll be doing our weekly show every week, like a whole card. Lunacy then becomes instead of a 45-minute show, it becomes a whole card every week. I mean, we're giving this everything we got. But what are your thoughts onto this? Like with him trying to put this as what's this called? This company that he's promoting, which is Jungalo Championship Wrestling, JCW for short, and other independent wrestling promotions in that matter. And do you think that he'll do a project that he's working on? And do you think it's going to be a success that's going to bring every wrestling fan to watch it? Let me know down in the comment section right down below, which I hope we're the very best for this independent wrestling promoter. And I hope that one day I could even work with him. Like, it's only just a matter of time. Still working on the process of doing so, of getting into the industry, of course. But we're going to move on to the next slide. We got some updates on the AEW Grand Slam, with matches have been confirmed, like for AEW Grand Slam Collision, which it will feature Jeff Jarrett versus Hangman Adam Page and Bitchman Kazuchika Okada taking on Sammy Guevara. Like, and it says right here, like in a and then. And you can see the tweet, the cowboy that calls Sugar Honey Iced Tea take on the final outlaw winners, which you can see right there, right onto the caption, like what's been added. And you can see right here, it says, you can see right here that Sammy Guevara will indeed take on Bitchman, that think he can control the weather. And who do you think is going to win? I would give you my prediction that the Hangman versus Jeff Jarrett will definitely be the cowboy that calls himself Sugar Honey Iced Tea. That also known as being Hangman Adam Page, like, because we need to continue to be build him up to be the top heel of AEW. And what will be the best way to do that is to defeat a 10-time world champion like Jeff Jarrett, someone like Jeff Jarrett, someone that's been in the business for over 30 years, and then keep giving him that, getting him back in the title scene. Like, even though, like, when he does get that opportunity, which some tells me it'll be against Darby Allin, like at an AEW like Wrestle Dynasty, I believe, when they go to the Tokyo Dome. I think that's when they're gonna do that, and then Swerve Strickland will kind of cost him the championship because he nearly cost him his career. So they could continue. So that'll be a perfect way to what's that called? Continuing their feud, which they could continue like a couple months after that at AEW Revolution. Where it all started at when they were trying to fight for the world championships. That'll be perfect long story booking kind of storyline. And then on the second match between Okada and Sammy Guevara, I think it's gonna be Sammy, not because I'm a bitch man hater, but I'm not a hater of him whatsoever. Like not hating and being jealous, or even being like a real hater of it. Like I'm just saying, like I'm pretending to be a bitter rival in the IWC against the Rainmaker. But anyways, yeah. But not only like that I'm doing it because of that is because that Sammy Guevara looked like a guy that he's going to fight him at Wrestle Dreams for that title. But I'm not sure he could beat him. Like that could be another guy that's like more stronger than Okada, whoever that may be. They're going to be the one that's going to dethrone him. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Eddie Kingston, the same guy that he defeated to become the Continental Champion. But yeah, but I hope that he does win, and I hope he uh, doesn't brag about something about Okada because whatever it is not true. But anyways, we're going to move on to the next slide. But give me your predictions in the comment section right down below. Who's exactly going to win their respective matches? I would like to hear from you guys, and I'm going to continue to talk about like a report on Hakaleo's initial of Hakaleo is internally added to the WWE NXT roster. And yes, you heard me correctly. It's NXT, not the main roster page, because yeah, we got a new report that has been provided, like in an update on Hakaleo, like after he signed with WWE and Hakareo wrapped up his NJPW working duties at NJPW Dominion, I believe that's what the pay-per-view called, on June 9th. There he in El Fantasmo, yeah, El Fantasmo, lost the New Japan Strong Tag Team Championships in a four-way tag match. And Hakaleo reportedly has reportedly joined WWE like in July, according to Fightful Select Sean Ross Sapp, but there was no word on his start date. Like now, got a new latest update that but this time from Mike Johnson of PW Insider that Hakaleo has been added internally to the NXT roster. This would seemingly suggest that he will start his start this WWE run in NXT. Many fans had been assuming that he would join the main roster right away. Like Hakaleo is the real life member of the bloodline, like real life bloodline family member, and in the brother of Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, which is also a former New Japan Pro, which that's also his former stablemates in their time in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Have both signed with WWE, joined the stable in 2024, and with his brothers joining Sol Sikoa's version of the Bloodline stable this year in 2024, and then and Hakaleo had been with New Japan Pro Wrestling since 2016. During his time with the company, he won the New Japan Strong Openweight Championship along with the IWGP Tag Team Championship and the Strong Openweight Tag Team Championships, along with other accomplishments and accolades, and it even competed back through his working relationships with New Japan Pro Wrestling. But what are your thoughts on this? And do you think that he is going to be working in true in any capacities. Or man, let me know down in the comment section right down below. But yeah, I'm one of those fans that happened to thought that he's gonna be joining the main roster along with his brothers and his cousins, and perhaps joining Team Solo, making him the fifth member of Solo Sikoa's new Bloodline faction. But it seems like that's yet to be seen, and we're just gonna have to wait and see if he is gonna be a bloodline member much more sooner rather than later. But either way, like he's gonna be doing some development first. Maybe WWE saw some. I'll say, what's that like? What how do you call it? Like without saying that he's not bad in the ring, but he's like maybe a little green, like a little too green to be on the main roster. I should say, like he's not quite ready, like how like Tamatanga and Jacob Fatu is. Well, I could say same with Tongaloa, but he's still got some botches, like to the point that they should have had him on NXT. But I can understand the reason why they had him on the main roster because they need to have those minions, like a tag team minions, like the Tongans, like with Tamatanga and Tongaloa, because they make a perfect team, like in the tag team division, while Jacob Fatu's like the enforcer, like how Solo used to be, while Solo Sikoa was trying to be like the new Roman Reigns, is the tribal chief. But yeah, but let me know down in the comment section right down below, like about this like latest news about Hikuleo being on NXT, and some just tells me he's gonna be on either the two shows from NXT when they move to the CW network. It's gonna be either the season premiere on the 8th when he's gonna make his debut, or even the following week when they're gonna be in St. Louis when Randy Orton take on Javon Evans, which is probably likely going to be the main event of that match. But anyways, yeah, I think it's going to be either of those shows when they're going to either be in Chicago or in St. Louis. Yeah, but I think that's what he's going to make that. He's going to make that debut on the NXT show when he makes his WWE debut. But anyways, but AEW, we got some more news, like which is now back to AEW, but this time their plans for like with Tony Khan stated that plans to do a lot of things potentially with Max. Now, Anthony Khan continues to tease that AEW is coming to the Max streaming service, which that sounds like very awesome news if that is fully the case. But anyways, with AEW continuing to negotiate with their new media rights deal, like with Warner Brothers Discovery, like Max has often been part of the conversation amongst fans. Like WBD has reportedly been interested in bringing AEW pay-per-views like to Max. Speaking on WFAN Daily, Anthony Khan was asked whether the plans were well, the plan was for AEW pay-per-views to come to Max. He immediately replied, "The plan is to, I think, do a lot of things potentially with Max, and that could involve a variety of things. But we have the shows on TBS and TNT, and that's how like they're available now. Like, but I think like there's as far as Dynamite, Collision, Rampage pay-per-views, like everything's on the table. Like, and I am really excited to have TBS and TNT as the partner, like for all the great things we do. Like, and I think for the pay-per-views, like we've had great conversations about streaming. We've been doing it on Bleacher Report, but they're sunsetting Bleacher Report. From now on, like from now on, like we're gonna be doing our pay-per-views like on other apps. Like you can get the pay-per-view other places like for now, but like we're working on some exciting announcements about where to get those like in what's to come with Max. But I can promise you I'm 100% confident that you're gonna have AEW on TBS and TNT for a long time to come. And that's good news to hear from the AEW president himself. And also, do you think like that renew their deal with Warner Brothers Discovery that includes like the feature their pay-per-views on their Max streaming service, like how WWE does with Peacock? Like, what are your thoughts onto this? And do you think it's going to be a all-time success? Let me know in the comment section right down below. I think this is definitely going to be a total success, 100%. Like, and I was like, I think at the start of January, like that's when they're going to be featuring their streaming services. And I believe that the first pay-per-view that's going to be featured on Max is going to be that Wrestle Dynasty pay-per-view, which they're going to travel to Japan, if I'm not mistaken. Like at the Tokyo Dome, it's going to be like their version of Wrestle Kingdom, like in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So yeah, hopefully that becomes a success. And I'm gonna guarantee you, Assassinators, I'm probably gonna be reviewing that pay-per-view. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below, like if you think this is gonna be a done deal, or do you think that they're gonna continue to do, but they have their pay-per-views featured on Bleacher Report, yeah, or anywhere outside of America, wherever you get your pay-per-views from. But anyway, let's